Welcome back to It's All About Him. Today's topic, we're actually talking about suicide, and it's called Don't Believe the Lie. And the reason why it's called Don't Believe the Lie, because I believe that everyone at some point, whenever they decide to say, you know what, I'm thinking about taking my life, there are certain things that's actually going through your mind that I believe is not true. If you ever look back over your life, that whether it was you failed financially, you always bounce back. It might have taken some time or whatever, but either thinking that, oh, I'm never going to bounce back from this. Either it was due to, say, a personal failure, whatever it is, that there was something that you started saying to yourself and believing in your spirit, or even thinking, you know what, people might be better off without me. And truth be told, some people might have even said, you know what, it wouldn't even matter if you're here. But what I'm here to tell you is this, that if God took the time to make you, then there's purpose for you to be here. And that's a lie from the enemy. And I know that very well. That was something that I actually battled with starting at the age of 12 all the way up until I was in my 20s. And I didn't try to kill myself, but I definitely kept saying, God, if you don't wake me up, I'm good. And for me, the reason why that happened and why I started feeling that thing, first of all, I grew up being very naive. I wasn't the one that knew a lot of stuff, and I'm still kind of naive about things. But the thing is that where people talk about good touch, bad touch, all that stuff, that I didn't know anything about. So when I did experience stuff, I didn't know that that shouldn't have happened. And I was naive enough to think, oh, when I get older, this won't bother me. Not knowing the older you get, the more the memories come back. And that's when things started messing with me. That's where I was angry. That's where I was bitter. That's where when I heard the individuals' names, I was so angry I wanted them dead. Like, real talk. That's what I dealt with, and I wanted God to bring me out of that situation. And for me, I felt that not being here would have been beneficial because I didn't know how to deal with the hurt. I didn't know how to keep going through life just hurting. I remember I used to fall asleep every single night crying. Every single night crying. So I know what it feels like to be depressed. Depression was my best friend. When I say besties, where you saw me, you saw depression. It was, I think, a few years ago, something happened, and when I recognized that I didn't respond in the way I normally would, that's when I recognized that actually I was free. So I didn't even know I was free until a situation occurred. So can you bounce back from something? Absolutely yes. So if this is an area of struggle for you, I need you to know that there is purpose for you being here. There is purpose for you being here. When you look at the Godhead, in the beginning, in Genesis 1, it mentions that God created all these things. But only when it came to human beings, he said, let us make man in our image and in our likeness. He didn't do that with the trees. He didn't do that with the animals. He didn't do that with anything else but with us. That's how much you matter. The next thing is that there are so many scriptures that says before you were even in your mother's womb, he even knew you. So there is a purpose why you're here. The next thing is when it feels like, oh, I'm insignificant. The world wouldn't, they wouldn't miss me. They wouldn't this. God put his hand on you. Unless it's time for you to go, he knows how to take us out when he's ready. You don't need to assist him. That means that there's purpose for you. So regardless of what people may say, even if they don't see it in you, that you need to recognize and speak over yourself, that you need to encourage yourself and say, you know what, this thing is going to pass. Know that it's a season. I went through a season. My season was for several years. But guess what? Being that I'm able to talk to you about this, that means that that season has passed. Just like I'm in New York, so I don't know where you might be viewing this from. But the thing is that we have 4 seasons. We go through it every year, but it's 4 seasons. So you might be in a winter season, but the season will change. You don't have winter every single day of your life for the rest of your life. That will never happen. Just think back over your life and you'll see that, you know what? I did have a season before, but I bounced back. And I had this season, but I bounced back. So it's the same thing, baby. It's the same thing. So whatever you're going through, know that there is purpose for you. There is purpose for you. There is purpose for you. Don't believe the lie. Don't believe the lie. I come against that thing right now. Don't believe the lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell. If I had believed that lie and thought that I was insignificant or, oh, the world wouldn't miss me, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you. So this shows that there is purpose after the situation. So be encouraged. Be blessed. If you need additional help, I would say definitely seek out a licensed counselor. Surround yourself with people who truly love you and will speak life into you. And if you need to reach the suicide hotline, Real Talk, reach out to them. That doesn't make you less spiritual and less deep if you need to reach out to a licensed counselor or have to make that call. It just cause you to recognize, you know what? I need additional help. And God actually set up these things in place to assist us. So don't you dare make the enemy make you think that you're less than or you're not as saved because you're going through this. No, I'm that saved and I know I need help. So let me do what is necessary. So I pray that this encourage you. Be blessed. Know that I'm praying for you. If you need to reach out, you can definitely message me if you need prayer, anything like that. And yeah, so just know that I'm praying for you. I love you guys. Again, like and subscribe to this channel if this is a blessing to you and if you feel as though someone needs to kind of hear what's being said. So God bless you.